That's funny. Neil's concealed firearms. Must be the concealed firearm training institute. Oh. Yeah, it is. It's just our West Desert Sheriff, is that just an annual payment, or is that?
Quarterly.
Quarterly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's just.
You just pay Miller County, right? And then
Yeah.
they take care of it.
We reimburse Miller County.
Go back up. There was one, I think on the first page, is forfeiture procedure.
I was wondering if you guys were gonna ask about that. So that is a forfeiture that some of the officers collected on the freeway. And the judge ordered part of it goes to CCJJ, Children's Juvenile Justice, I think it's council, children, I'm trying to think what it stands for.
Commission for Criminal and Juvenile Justice.
Yeah.
CCJJ.
CCJJ. Part of it went to the attorney's office, part of it went to the sheriff's office based on the judge's order. So that is part of the funding that these guys get grants from, CCJJ.
Okay. Very good. Right there. Or is it CCD?
Yeah. So they get the majority of it, we get a little teeny bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Shut. Sorry, I'm being distracted.
Well, we're starting election stuff, so it's gonna be kind of noisy.
Ballots are all out.
Yeah, ballots are out.
Minneapolis City Hall. That's something with the court, but I can't remember.
It's from the attorney's office, it's for a civil service type stitch, for it to pay for a constable to go serve something,
Oh, okay.
so.
No.
All right, any other concerns or questions with the bills? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the bills.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make unanimous, and once again, thank you, Ginger, for all your help there, and we appreciate that very much. Okay, next on the agenda today is Matt. Matt, do you want to discuss tourism?
Yep, budget. So, one adjustment that will be noted that, from earlier that didn't get, that just was talked about 30 minutes ago is, if you scroll down, a little further, in account, number 22, 4,750, under section B, rebranding, Beaver County total, under section 1, brand identity project, we'll omit that.
So that's coming off, okay.
Yeah, that'll come off.
Okay.
We won't do a rebranding project, in terms of, we'll handle it in-house, but we'll still be rebranding.
Okay. So the 69, that part there, you're keeping with that, is that the,
So the 69,000 is the total project. We'll just keep the website updates and the SEO updates
okay.
and the
Oh,
update with Bruce Wilson videos. So those are costs that we'll still do. We'll still have an overall rebranding project, however, we
So
will
basically you're going from 69,000 down to 35,000. Am I understanding that?
39. Yeah,
39.
yeah, 39.
Scratch the 30,000.
Yeah, just scratch that 30,000, the line item was number 1. But yeah, this is the current proposed budget after that. In terms of special events, rebranding, special projects, building maintenance and supplies, et cetera. Are there any questions from the commission that I can address?
On the new event seed money, do you know, did we use all that money this year?
New event seed money, which was 8,000, or are you talking about the total 98,000?
No, just the 8,000.
Just the 8,000? I'm not sure.
I don't think we have.
In terms of the special events of 98,000, we did use that, so if that's a part of it, then yes.
Okay.
I think we have $600 left. But that will be asked for by the ATV Jamboree Committee this week.
Did you have people ask for new events? I mean, were there any new events this year?
I'm not sure what was new and what's old, but in terms of 2026, we haven't opened that up yet. We've had a couple of asks, but we're meeting with the Travel Council this week, and we're going to be putting out the applications at that point. I don't anticipate anything really new this year, but we do have some in the works for 2027.
When will you award those?
Great question. In terms of awards, I don't know how it was done in the past, but based on my current understanding, once the application has been made, they'll come to the Travel Council, and then we'll reward it we'll reward it after the event has been done, retroactively,
So post-performance?
post-performance. Thank you.
But we'll approve those.
That's what I'm
We'll approve them
asking.
beforehand.
But
Usually
usually
it's
it's
March,
January,
March.
yeah, spring.
February, March, somewhere
Yeah.
after legislation, so.
Seems
That's
like
what we
we've
have.
had- It seems like there's been some sporadic cases as well. You know, we had to approve some asks in August, and we'll approve another one this month. So I don't know if we'll get them all, but
So
most of the
basically you have
applications-
98,000 that you are doing all of that stuff with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for asks and events.
Okay. And it's not gonna be more than that?
I don't
It's gonna be
think it'll-
within that 98?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be more than that.
Okay.
We'll start, as our tier T grows, we'll allocate additional funds to that in the future, but we'll also, start moving away, we'll start moving toward new events as well, right? When new events are coming into the county.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions from Matt?
I just have another question.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I did do a transfer from restaurant tax into TRT for $170,000. Is that, will you be using that 170?
So you're asking if, I'll use the restaurant tax, $170,000?
Yeah.
I was anticipating using.
In 26, correct?
Yeah,
In 26, yeah, I'm just trying to decide if, we talked the other day about it.
Yeah.
Is it in or is it out? That's what I'm trying to
Yes,
decide.
that I have access to it. Some of those funds I would like access to. I anticipate
Okay,
taking out the 30,000 that we just talked about.
okay,
We'll have over $200,000 left over.
correct, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so.
I think it makes sense to leave it in there.
Okay.
That will help with the.
You guys don't have any other use for those funds for something else is what I'm asking too.
Yeah, probably, but,
We-
but I think that with the rebranding and that, things are gonna be kind of up in the air.
Yeah,
A little bit.
cost-wise.
Okay,
If that's our.
We're just trying to save money on the rebranding, but we'll still be spending money.
Yes.
okay.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
As of right now, I'd say, yeah, we will.
Any other questions I can?
Yeah, I'll ask later.
Okay. Nothing else, did you?
I was just gonna ask, my question was, on, the 2026, this, on the requested, right? Is that, looking at all the projections and everything, and we continue to, increase in our revenue? Is that?
In TRT, like,
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I want,
because, I mean, looking at the revenue coming in, when she sends us the report,
Mhm.
we're increasing.
We're trending higher.
Trending, that's the word for it, yeah. So is that where most of this, as far as the revenue stuff is going, is just that estimation?
uh-huh.
Okay.
And the TRT specifically? Yeah, Ginger and I talked about that. My estimation was higher than that. I
Right.
think we're trying to be very, very conservative.
And that's why I'm like trying to figure out, that's why I said I'll talk to the revenues later.
Yeah, I'm trying to be very conservative, but based on the last 2 years and taking an average of that, I think.
Well, just looking, I mean, because if you're looking at the total fund revenue, 2025 approved is, what, 472, and then the requested is over 700. Million, 700,000.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's a significant jump, I'm just saying, if we got our numbers are justifying that.
Part of that is, if you
Obviously,
look
that
up
was
above
that
that, the
was-
restaurant tax wasn't included last year.
Yeah.
So 170,000, that's quite the jump. But yes, if
But
you
that's
do look
still, yeah,
from 2025, we have had an increase in our TRT. The county tourism is growing very well. And we expect it to continue growing very well. We've had, 9%, 10% increase the last 5 years. And that comes from, events and activities and.
people just wanting to get out of the city, they like Beaver County.
Yeah.
Any other, grant closeouts that you can think of that will happen in 26?
No grant closeouts to happen in 2026. We
Okay.
didn't apply for the UOT co-op grant in 2024. So the Utah Office of Tourism, there's some miscommunication with them, but there's no application that I can find, so we didn't apply for that. So we shouldn't have any going out. We can expect that in 2027.
So the one that you're applying for now is a closeout till 27?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No.
I have one more question, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On the, existing events funding in 370, down at the bottom of the page, there is a list of events. Are those the same events, or will those change in any way going for 26?
Those won't, that's a great question. To my knowledge, those won't change.
Okay.
The ATV Jamboree.
Will be
they-
included in there?
Yeah, they
Okay.
may, I've talked to them a few times, they may ask for more, but, right now, currently comfortable at allocating the
Okay.
allotted amount.
Okay,
And that has to run through the travel council to get approved.
correct.
Yes.
So we don't know for sure, but
Yes, they can make additional asks to the travel council, but,
I think those would be the recommended to the travel council to keep funding those projects. Those are
Yes,
good,
well,
or good events.
well stated.
Okay.
So as far as line items go, right below that, your 380, is that a duplicate then? The ATV Jamboree?
It's an unused line that we used to use when we were involved with Jamboree. We are no longer involved, so it's not funded.
We're no longer funding them, but we're talking about a possibility of maybe funding a director or something.
It's, so.
I'm just saying, because you've got it up here in C, but then you got it, it's the same thing though, right?
Yeah,
It's just an extra line.
yeah, I can take out the 380, so you guys don't even see that, because we're not even using it
Yeah.
in the same way, because that's how we kind of try to balance the revenues coming in and expenses going out to make sure that it's, like, we're not overspending for
Right.
what's coming in as far as registrations. We're no longer involved in that, so it's just, I
Right.
haven't removed it yet. I can,
Give them some funding and then that's all they take care of.
yeah, and you can do it.
Before we had to do the income side of it
Correct.
and everything, so it makes
Because
sense.
we were managing it.
It was our.
It was
It's
our event.
Yeah.
Right, and it's no longer our event, so, but I can remove that line, if that's helpful, less confusing.
It doesn't matter to me, it's your books. I was just saying that's just a duplicate.
It is, yeah.
All right.
I don't have anything.
Anything else?
No.
Thanks, Matt. Judge Bradshaw, sorry, come on up. How are you? I mean, you okay today?
No, I missed Jetta and Judge Cox here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all like a lonesome today. Look down there.
Pick on you.
Yeah. Anyways, how can you be here?
Thank you.
Thanks
being
for,
here.
yeah, thanks for what you're doing, covering the whole county.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I like it.
Good. Okay?
I think it looks good. I appreciate Heidi and Ginger working with us and all they did to help make this happen. And I appreciate Commissioner Yardley going out and visiting clerks, they like that. And so, thank you for that. And so, I think we're good, whatever it is. That's what it says. If you have any questions for me.
Have you had to use an interpreter much this year?
No, not, off
Not
and
too
on,
much.
off and on.
I wonder if we could scale that back a little bit.
What did you say?
It's $1,000. We've only used $98. That's why I'm like, could we scale that back?
we just never know, you know what I'm saying? Whenever they ask for them, we have to give them, so I hate to,
Not be for better.
well, not have enough unless we take it from somewhere else, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're quite expensive, you know, it's just,
Especially when you have to use a quarter-pointed one.
yeah, a
You
lot of
can't just pull
times,
somebody off the street.
bonds go good, the county attorneys, they meet with their attorneys and kind of solve a lot of those before they ever come to us, so that helps.
We work hard to resolve.
Right, especially, you know, like with, for the other attorneys, sometimes we get their communicate with them, that's up to him. Yeah, so it all depends, you know, we never know.
I would leave it there, it's only 1,000.
Looks good to me. Thank you.
Things are going okay to travel through the county and get all over them?
It's great, I like getting out of town.
It's nice to get on the,
Nice to go for a ride,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
on the
Good.
west side of the county, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, we appreciate you doing that.
So we appreciate you taking care of all of us.
So how often do you,
Once a month.
once a month, and then do you
Then we
do?
go down more if there's a trial. So I just went twice maybe, so I had a trial down there, you know,
Okay, so you don't have to go weekly.
no.
Lots of online.
But we do it online, they call, you know what I'm saying, Steph will call if she has stuff, and
Right.
a lot of stuff we have, she just refers to the county attorney, and the county attorney solves them before.
Yeah,
And all I have to do is approve it, you know, once they make the deal.
yeah.
So it looks pretty good.
It is a big deal that Buchanan goes to justice courts open in North Carolina, so it's important that our citizens have a sense of, maybe ownership's the wrong word, but a sense of connectedness to the local court system. Judge He's been fantastic, making sure that he's there in person at least once a month, sometimes 2 or 3 times. I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Well, I've just had people ask me about the minors law court, not that anybody's there, but, you know, they're open, you know, every week. But,
Well, she's still every week, you know.
she's going,
Yeah, Stephanie's there,
Okay.
she goes in every day and checks in for the hour, and then
Okay.
on court day, she's still there on Wednesdays from, not Wednesdays, Thursdays now. Thursdays, you know, she'll from 11 till 1.
Okay, great.
And I just hit them on the way back from Melbourne.
Okay.
So she's there, you know, and she lines up stuff, whatever we need to do.
Well, good enough.
Is there a need for Judge Bradshaw to be in minors a little more?
No, I just, people were asking me, and I'm like, I don't know.
We try to be accommodating, you know
I'm
what
not
I'm
the one
saying?
in trouble, I don't,
We try to be
That's it.
accommodating, you know.
I try to stay out of
Work
it.
She's
with
not
them,
being
if they
judged.
don't wanna work.
Yeah, I try to avoid that.
The main thing they need to do, you know, a lot of times before they meet with me is just to meet with the county attorney, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So Stephanie lines that up, hooks them up with the county attorney, and if they can't solve it, then we set it for trial.
Great, great, okay.
And Misty's in Milford a couple of days a week now?
Yeah, works good.
Yeah, I think that's helpful to have
Yeah,
her
she's
down
there,
there a little
really
more.
likes it, doing good.
Okay, no other questions for Judge, we'll be good, thank you.
I have one question
Yeah.
for Clellan, if that's all right. He told me to stay within my time limit, did I make it?
Like it.
I know the fact that I can talk. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Judge, yeah, see ya. Ron?
Sit in the hot seat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, right. I was once accused of being a coward for staying up there, so I'm going there. And Heidi, you're welcome to come join me if you'd like. You guys should have this already, right?
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So the biggest change for 2025, you know this already, but I'll just repeat it, is the departure of Leo Canal. He's going to stay with us through 2026. But it's going to be a huge loss to lose Leo in December 2026. The plan is to do interviews May, June, and then to make a new hire and start him up July 1 is what we're shooting for.
We're gonna have to stay longer.
That would be fantastic. And so if you could talk Leo into staying through 2027, that would be amazing. But right now, we've talked him into staying up through the end of 2026. So you'll notice we budgeted what we hope is enough money to bring in a new prosecutor. Other rural counties are really, really struggling to hire rural attorneys to come into these smaller counties. And so we're just hoping that we'll be able to fill that. So wish me luck on that.
Yeah, good.
Then the other big change, you'll notice our new hire, Layla Gowder, she's just doing wonderfully. The proposed budget for 2026 accounts for the completion of her bachelor's degree, and then in addition, she's going to be finishing paralegal certification in December, and then the end of her 6-month probation will also come up. And so this proposal gives her what she's entitled to under our wage scale. And thanks to Ginger also for keeping an eye on us and making sure our numbers were correct on that. And then Jenny has been doing great. We're recommending just the cost of living adjustment everybody gets, and then this will max her out as far as what she's entitled to under our wage scale. And so, moving down to the law library. Oh, Jenny, Heidi, did you have
No.
comments? Okay. Then moving down to the law library, you'll notice we've added an extra $10,000. That's for this contract we have with the UAC, with Eric Clark, who's been doing work for us already so far. And commissioners, let's get our $10,000 worth. Let's get our money's worth. Let's call Eric. Let's use him. Let's bring him into as many things as we can. We're paying for it, so we might as well use that service.
Okay.
And I've been pleased with what he's done for us so far. Yeah, I feel like he's been very helpful.
He's pretty
He's
sharp.
very responsible.
Yeah, he's on it. He's got great experience. He's very sharp. So that hopefully will help us get by as well. Other than that, I think most everything else is consistent with what we've requested before. Do you have questions for me based upon what you're seeing?
Well, I think Ginger's pointing out we should probably mention that the 2026 request for Jenny, the $60,933, is overstated a little bit. The pay plan does allow the $59,610.
Okay.
So that's the recommended that's not showing here right now. So it is a little overstated, but we can work through that. And Don and I have talked about that earlier, that being the 2.7%, and then the pay plan allows for 1% as well. So.
Gotcha. So I think what we're hearing is that what I'm asking for may not be what Ginger's recommending.
Correct.
Yeah, but she's been great. I just want to get her to be well compensated. She's been here working with you in some of our commission meetings. She does a great job. She's a warrior who works in the county attorney's office, and she does wonderful work for us. And we appreciate her. So I just want to make sure she's compensated for her work. It's draining, working in the county attorney's office constantly and being in the middle of somebody's fight. That's hard. It's hard work. And it has a toll on you physically, mentally, emotionally. And I just wanted to know that we appreciate what she does.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. Any other questions?
I have one question. Under the travel and convention, that D has 2,000, is that meant for Layla? Will she be traveling?
Yeah, she should be.
Okay, I'm gonna go put that in there.
Thank you, and she should be listed there. My apologies if I.
No, it's okay, I just
left her
wanted to
off.
clarify.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in training, and I just feel like in attorney's office in particular, we need to have our attorneys, paralegals all up to date on laws and we're our best as we go into court. So we have made some very modest increased requests for travel convention, but it's nothing outrageous, nothing extreme.
Looks good.
All right, thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. All right, we're gonna go to some discussion items for a few moments. First one, conservation easement with DNR at Upper Lake, is that, are you okay to address that now?
If we got that all done on the conservation needs.
Yeah, if you will take a look in your packets, you will see that my office, Layla, has put together kind of an updated version of the conservation easement. I'll have to turn to, it's marked as page 3, but it's really page 4. Our biggest concern under paragraph C is forest management. We feel it's important to be able to manage trees for fire protection. We talked about this during our meeting, and so we've added a paragraph 4. There also needs to be changes made to the pagination when we uploaded the document, set the pagination off. And then I'm prepared to make any other changes or modifications that you feel like we need to make as we work through this thing.
Okay, so, the one thing that I think, there's handful of timber companies around now, that there might be some actual wood in there we can use, I don't know.
You look down in the next paragraph, it doesn't prohibit timber sales. It says we
Okay.
can do it in conjunction with what they call a timber management.
We have to have a management plan together.
Timber
yeah.
management plan. It still allows us to have timber
Right.
sales, but we just have to make a plan for it.
I've never heard of silvicultural practices. What is silvicultural?
Where do you at?
Right there.
Both civil, I would imagine, not civil.
Yeah, that may be a typo. As we converted the document, that might have, I've never heard of that.
Well, I mean, it's
Should be
definitely,
agricultural practices. Of course, we couldn't sound.
So could we back up just a little bit, Vaughn, so on this, we need this conservation easement to be able to participate with the DNR with,
That's correct. We're
Right.
giving us some leeway to negotiate the terms with them, but we do have to have conservation.
okay.
So these terms are not set in stone. We're reviewing it so that I will get some guidance from you as to what we need to change, what we need to modify, what I need to send back to them. So for example, a sticking point was timber cutting. Right? We absolutely have to be able to go in and protect ourselves from fire. We have to be able to cut timber and thin out the forest to keep it safe for our campers and for our buildings and infrastructure. And then in addition to that, if there are other things that you feel are not acceptable about the current proposed conservation or easement, I want to hear about it, so that we can work out appropriate language and I can send this back to the. So what they're waiting on is they're waiting for us to tell them
what we want,
what we
what our
want.
expectations, yes.
what we need to fix about it.
Okay,
So if
so
you need more time on it, that's okay. We don't have to adopt it.
here's the definition. Silviculture is the art and science of controlling the establishment, growth, composition, health, and quality of forests
Well, I guess it is one.
to meet landowner and societal needs.
There you go now.
I live in our center every day.
Yeah. I'll immediately forget it, but
Me too.
I knew it was.
I think it's important that the county kind of be an example to others on this whole process and
100%.
show
Yep.
others how to do proper forest management, forest health. So
Yeah.
I think this is a good thing. We need to maybe get back with you and just make sure everything's right on there.
Yeah, let's take a little more time. I want to make some more.
Is there more, is there more to it, Bob?
And you should have it in your packet to close it out.
Yeah, it's on our online.
I know there's some
Online.
No, I
Oh.
don't think you sent it to us, though.
Yeah, I sent it this morning,
Oh.
It's in the packet.
'cause, yeah,
Oh,
so you should
I was gonna
have
say,
a
we didn't have a
copy
packet.
to review.
Okay. The other thing that I'd like to talk to is, we have a new regional forester. I want him to read this and make sure we're not missing something. So, before we,
Well, commissioners, let's maybe, Claude, if it's all right with you, let's put it back as a discussion item again at our next commission meeting. And let's take a couple of weeks, commissioners, go through a little bit more, and just let me know what changes you want.
well, and I think too,
And let's wait to see what the forester says as well.
well, the forester, but I think we're also gonna have to have DNR on a conversation, because it, you know, this is back and forth. This gives them their conservation easement, right? Because they funded the project.
Yeah, the bottom line is they don't want us to be subdividing or subdeveloping.
Right,
They want it to be used for park, they want it to be used for recreation. So this is us promising them that we're going to preserve it.
Okay.
Open space.
Yeah, so that's our plan, is to have a campground.
Will you put that on your action items for us, just to make sure we get back?
To do this, yeah. Is this something that will need to be signed in the meeting, so you'll need
Yeah.
a copy to sign?
So just make it a discussion item in 2 weeks, if you will.
And I think they gave us a year extension on it.
So there's no huge rush. We need
No,
to get
but I'd
it
like
done.
to get it over and done, but I don't wanna do it wrong either.
Yeah.
I don't wanna sign something that we're locked into.
Yeah, they were unhappy.
Yeah.
So this is us negotiating with them over the terms of conservation easement, so let's read through it, I'm sure we like it.
Okay.
Is it 58 pages?
No.
That's the whole,
Whole document.
whole package.
Yeah, as we uploaded the document, the pagination was thrown, so I've got to have Leila go back through and fix the pagination.
you've seen the whole document yourself.
I have, and I've read every page, every word, but, I'm reading with lawyer's eyes. You need to read it with commissioner eyes.
Right. Okay.
Looking into the future, seeing if there's gonna be anything, or anything in here that isn't gonna fit your vision
Okay.
for the property.
And I'll have you print me off a hard copy of that.
Okay. Today? Or next time?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, print it now and then,
Put it now, she,
then I'll take it home with me and,
she likes to mark it up.
yeah,
Easier to do though, here sometimes, for sure.
it is. Well, we used to, remember we had the little tiny laptop thing, whatever it was, it had Adobe on it, so you could go
Mark it up.
mark it up, but my other one doesn't have it on it.
You don't have a W on it?
No, it's
Yeah,
on
just put it
there.
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I don't forget it to take.
So we'll come back to that, we'll circle back on that and see where we're at. Thanks, Counselor, on that, okay? Sure. UAC? Was there something about UAC on here for any reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, two things, and this is mostly Ginger, partly me.
Okay.
We occasionally have to collect money from folks, for just, various purposes. Sometimes, former jail employees leave their contracts early, we have to collect from them. Sometimes people owe money to the county for other reasons. And it's kind of it's hard to do, it's hard to collect money, from them. So, UAC and also the State Division of Finance have developed a program where they kind of serve as makeshift debt collection agencies. And we just want you to think about the possibility of entering into these agreements with UAC and the Division of Finance to have them help us collect money from in-state residents. This doesn't help us with the folks that move out of state.
Right.
But this could help us collect money from folks in Utah that we're trying to get money from.
There's a $30 filing fee to have them do it, but any fees going forward from that, the person that we're collecting from, they will pay it. So, and this only allows the state to levy state income tax. So, in the current situation we have right now, this person lives outside the state, so we can't use this program. But there could be an occasion where we could, they might reside in the state and we're trying to collect a debt for.
But it's not anything with, property tax? It's
Correct.
just
It
income.
has nothing to do with property tax. They'll
Oh.
only collect or attach a levy to, state income tax. So if they're getting a refund back from the state and they owe us, we we become first position. We
Like a
take-
lien almost.
And, yeah,
So
it's like a lien.
is there like an MOU we do with UAC or?
This is the MOU, yeah.
Oh.
So if you look at the very back of your package, you'll see the MOU with UAC, then you'll see the MOU with the State Division of Finance.
Right.
And again, I think Club sent this out like at 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen him.
Yeah, not unless you reviewed it in your administrative.
I read it, and it basically, if you go up a little bit, there is a, I think it's in the term.
I think UAC's had this program for several years, and they actually do it for other states, other state associations, other counties.
Clearinghouse shall receive as compensation in its service $30 local collection assistance fee added to each delinquent debt. So that's the fee that they attach to it, is a $30.
That's actually pretty.
It's pretty reasonable, yeah.
Considering what other debt collection
Yeah.
agencies are charging,
Yeah.
it's pretty. Do you need more time to review this?
Is there I'm sorry, I'm getting it, is there a cost to this for us?
Just that $30.
Just that $30 that we talked
Just
about.
$30.
But that's per
Application.
applicant.
Correct.
So nothing really going to a MOU with them or nothing like that,
No. Mm-mm.
We're not paying like $5,000
Right.
for
Correct.
a contract or something. It's just
Right.
$30 per whatever debt.
Every time we do it.
You make, yeah, per application.
Mhm.
I think it's a good idea, I'd maybe take
I mean,
some,
we might not want to use it very much, but there could be an occasion where it actually might suit us to do it.
right,
Like we have one right now that we're collecting, and this person lives outside of the state. This program doesn't do us any good, so we're just mean to him.
Wow.
And he tells us.
how mean you are.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it can be inconvenient.
Yeah. And this way, it would be a third party would be doing it for us.
Okay. Well, if you guys recommend it, I don't see a problem with it.
There's not like an annual fee on it. I couldn't see where there was an annual fee on it or anything, so I think it would be kind of a one-off if we had to use it. Like, that would be like worst case scenario, so $30
Right.
is like nothing compared to the loss of the debt, you know?
Right. Some of the debts are probably pretty significant.
Yeah, and any fees that go, like,
So
the
they're not
debtor
charging them,
pays. Mm-hmm, no,
so they're not charging a percentage or anything,
No.
it's just a flat fee and
Yeah.
the debtor's paying for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the MOU.
I'll second that. I'm very comfortable with you acting, the work they do, so I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Lon, so do you have the MOU for us to,
It's at the back of your packet. We got
Okay.
two of them, one with UAC, one with the.
can you print those off?
Yeah.
So you can sign it today.
or send it to me, I can go from it together
Okay.
if you want.
Sorry, I didn't realize those were usually printed, signed.
Yeah.
All right, I got a motion and a second, all in favor? Perfect, yes, thank you, Councilor Ginger, with that. That probably covers those two things you have, acquisition and finance, correct?
Yep.
Okay, old business, any old business discussion items? One, but we can, I can. Okay, well, it's not necessarily, well, it kind of is, but it's, was the roads up on the mountain. As you're well aware, was Stephanie here 2 weeks ago?
I think so. Or a month ago, I don't know.
They are.
It's been a while.
It does run together really quickly. I did have a constituent reach out and, was really unhappy with the roads up on the mountain, and was really blaming the county for that. And I was like, we're not really in charge of the road yet. And so they're super excited that we're gonna be taking, some charge of that road, Kent Lake and Big John's Road. And they were really willing to help out with that. So in lieu of that, I would encourage, if we can, I mean, I'm sure it's, if it's feasible, to try to get there this before snow flies. It'll suit, it'll really help that road out. They're very excited. I assume people, here's the catch-22 though, once you start to fix and grade roads, some people want to drive faster. And so that's the only problem I would have with that scenario a little bit. I know that, I don't know, Sheriff, do you have any worries up there, concerns there on the road standpoint from your department? That's a concern if we start to maintain them a little better than they are now.
Give me another death day and I'll put them up there.
There you go. Budget's easy. There you go.
I mean, I don't know, I mean.
I literally, eventually, that's the route we're going, with the ski resort, with Beaver Mountain being found, like we said 100 times after COVID, the amount of people we're seeing up there and stuff, but it is an actual need for me to have a guy out there full time, no, not necessarily, but as a ski resort is bigger, and it becomes more of a destination. And yeah, eventually we're going to be like a little Brian, so maybe get a couple, 3 or 4 of these up there working on them. I'm going to probably end up needing one. Got the Forest Service lady up there that works up there. I know county sheriffs have always kind of been against the federal side and enforcing and doing stuff like that. However, we have advertising a couple of people to allow them missions under our umbrella. And where there's still some discussion that needs to be made over that. But we do contract with forest, we do some forest patrols during the summertime, during the peak.
I thought you already did that, yeah.
But better, I literally have a case going right now, it's not my case, my son-in-law was involved in an accident on that road. You start making that road faster by grading and stuff like that, there's gonna be a lot more accidents. It's just,
I mean, there's always, yeah, so, but I do think the road will be better from the standpoint of traffic too, so blind spots, whatever it is, so the county will be managing that, both those roads, right? Big John's and up to, how far we going down?
So it'll be that Kent Lake Road, and then back to where the state highway goes, where the state road goes across.
We won't be doing the state highway road, right? Obviously,
No.
that's their road, which is one of the worst part of the road anyways, but anyways. They were very helpful, and maybe we should contact them, because they have an HOA that wants to help control the area and be better too, so, whatever that is.
are they going around, are you talking about the entire loop road?
Not the entire loop, because part of that's
Part of
state
that's
road.
UDOT,
Yeah, so from right there where it
from
drops
Kent's
off.
Lake and around,
Say again?
Kent's Lake, up and around,
Up and around to where?
to where UDOT comes in.
Just so up to
Up
one
there.
fifty-three,
Up there,
up where it
Benton.
connects to one fifty-three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And then there's a couple other roads up South Creek and North, South Creek
I think Big John's too.
and Big John's, yes.
Yeah.
Big John's will take that one too.
So I just on your radar, I think I would probably just, we can discuss that in other meetings today as well, so. Okay. I will make mention, this is, I don't know. Okay. All right, anything else?
No.
Nothing? Okay, nothing?
There's always lots of updates. A couple of weeks ago, spent some time over at, the Utah Rural Summit. There's a lot of conversation on energy, a lot of interest, of course, in Milford Valley and what Furbo and everybody's doing. I guess you could say there's other energy corridors or whatever that are interest, but they've got some years down the road to get things done. There has been an ask, there's a big push to solve regulation issues on the state and federal level right now, and so, got somebody that wants to come in and meet with the energy companies and decide if there's any way that they can help them federally with, like Congresswoman Malloy's office. There's a conference next week, Monday at Snow College, and there's states, it's the senators, a couple other commissioners, myself, and a bunch of the state legislators that are going to be talking about regulatory issues. And it's kind of a listen and learn forum, so that's going on. Trying to think. There's too much to do. Well, there's too many things. We got USAC coming up. That's the State Association of Commissions and Councils, and that's kind of our training on a state level for the commissioners. So that's coming up here in a few weeks. And then I know while you're here, Sheriff, they've had a lot of issues with the communications, the Utah Communications Authority. So we've got a conference, I think it's next week in St. George. Have they got most of your issues worked out now? They're still working on them? I know that they did a statewide update on all of that, and I'm a representative for UAC for the counties. There's not a lot I can do, but most of that communication has to come from you guys, right? You and Paul and whatever. But are they still working through issues?
Oh, yeah. We just had our conference in September down there, and what's the young lady's name that comes in?
Oh, I know.
I can see it Wednesday, I she come in and talked about blind spots and stuff like that, it's stuff that's way over my head when it comes to radios. Paul
Me
and
too.
I have talked, but we are having constant problems. It's nowhere near fixed.
Tina,
Yeah, they're trying, they're doing what they can, it's just taking some time. I mean,
I know, most of the explanation that she told me is that, a lot of the counties, especially our, not necessarily specifically Beaver County, but the rural counties don't have the newer equipment, and they're having a hard time. New equipment, I'm talking to old equipment, that kind of stuff, but it's kind of a case by case, but they had a big crash on the whole system here, what, a month ago?
the problem is they done this with Las Vegas Metro PD years ago, and that's a flat area out there, so if they can't get radio communication out there, it doesn't work. Why on earth we ever decided to go to it when 800 was fine?
Yeah.
I mean, there was some problems with 800, but when we kicked back to the 700, Vegas Metro got rid of it and went back to 800, and why we've done that with mountains, valleys, stuff. They're putting up new areas. Jack's Peak's got stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's still a problem. We've been in a couple of situations where guys were calling for help or calling for medical and stuff like that, and they could not get out. The only thing that helped was there was somebody close enough that they could relay.
Yeah. Would you have him send me whatever I need to know before I go to that meeting?
Paul is out on vacation right now, but he keeps an updated log on where we found problem spots and sends it to them. They've got like a ticket item, send it anytime you have a problem, and then they look into it, so I'll try to get that,
Okay,
whatever that is.
appreciate that.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Our next, anything else?
No.
Our next item was supposed to be the Fords, they're gonna be a few minutes late, I'm hearing, so we're gonna jump to our 11:10 discussion. Resolution for, appointing a representative to the annual USIT meeting. So this will be resolution number 2025-15.
What day is the meeting?
So, well,
It's during USAC.
it's during USAC.
But remember last year, they didn't do it till like Friday.
So it is Friday. Friday morning at 11 a.m. at the Megaplex Theaters at the George Commons in Santa Utah. We have to appoint a representative and an alternate in case they, whoever, I think you went last year.
Yeah, because somebody was supposed to go.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
So I ended up.
Do you want me to go? I'll go.
Hey,
You told me that last year.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. I don't know what we've got to use that agenda.
I have not seen it either, that's the
It
thing.
should coincide like it should.
Shouldn't be a conflict there, they know this is happening.
That was my only thing, I lived up to USAC on Thursday, Friday, so I don't know, I assume we're all going to there, but.
Yeah, but you said that Little America, and this is back down somewhere else.
It's in South Georgia.
Yeah, you go to Goodrich. You should go to.
Or should we, I'll go.
I'll tell Brandon, he doesn't know.
And it could be the alternate.
Not even a little, but I'll do that.
It's
I
actually,
will fly out that night sometime, but it should be later than 11 o'clock.
So you want to be the alternate?
The alternate, as long as it doesn't turn into the guy going, is great. That's like my best position ever.
it's a decent meeting, and considering that, that's our indemnity goal for,
Yes.
we need to have representatives.
Okay, so you're,
I'm nominating, I'm making a motion that our illustrious chairman, Wade Hollins, has be our representative.
Second that, all day long.
all right, all in favor?
Right.
Not unanimous, but no kidding. And Brandon is the alternate?
He's the alternate, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Works for me.
What's today, 21st, right?
I think Ally's one of the first.
Yeah, I think, yeah. It changed.
I know, and I'm like,
Everybody there.
yeah. Well, they're all in the same building, so I might have to think like which one's
Yeah,
on.
I kept-
You said five, which one's on you, I they all.
Probably forever.
They're all. Oh, you gotta sign.
Oh, all of us do?
I
All right,
think so.
send it back.
Oh, everybody has to sign?
It looks to me like at least one.
It's got 3 signature lines.
It's probably 3 signature lines.
Oh, oh.
Deniability.
Right. Sheriff, let's start with your budget. When Ford gets here, we may just pause for a second, let them jump in. I don't know they're gonna be here, so.
I didn't hear a word you just said.
Ford, let's start your budget. When Ford gets here, we'll let you start. We'll pause you for a second, let them do this up and keep going.
No worries.
Can we do that?
I'm good.
Let's go. You're up.
Might get you out of here early. That sitting on hard benches is hard on you.
Ford is that.
More things in your bench that's got me.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is still morning.
Yeah, it is for me. It's actually early.
Last hour you.
You gotta be all nighter.
Thank you.
Yeah, it probably did. Hoping not.
All the time, every night, never changes in my life.
All right, Sheriff, where do you want to start?
First thing on my budget, just so you know, I want to start with wages, salaries and stuff like that. I know that it shows what it's got me put in there. I haven't put in for anything. I know that we just probably, Ginger is going along with some of the stuff we're doing, but I have not personally requested anything change with mine at this point. So, we just followed the pay plan. I worked really close with Heidi. We knew last year when we done the pay plan that there was gonna be some mix-ups, there was gonna be some things that we would have to adjust for this year, that we didn't catch last year, and I think we've done that. And I'm going with both my budget and with corrections when it comes to that. They're all my employees, so the wages are the same. Sergeants, lieutenants, corporals, and then deputies. There's no distinguishing between corrections or patrol. So time of service and being eligible for the increases according to the pay plan, I think we've stuck pretty close to that. I spoke with Commissioner Pearson, reached out to both the other commissioners to make sure that you guys was able to take a look at that and see that you was okay with it. And I feel like we should be good there.
Okay, I think we are.
Sheriff has meticulously followed the pay plan, and he's worked really hard. It follows all of the policy that goes with the pay plan, and it recommends his raises and increases accordingly along with his performance evaluation. So yeah, we spent a lot of time to make sure that we're doing that. We made a few corrections, so I just commend the sheriff for working so hard
Right.
to help us keep the pay plan.
Well, and I commend you both because that was our conversation. You know, they've done really well to have the sergeants and the people that are over the next people do their evaluations and make sure we're spot on. And it was a heavy lift from the beginning, and we knew that we'd drop, you know, if somebody maybe didn't quite fit and, you know, fell in a crack somewhere. So for you guys to get that coordinated was a big deal. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just to make sure, you know, we done 2 evaluations on our staff. So we done a mid-year and showed them all, like anywhere that there was downfalls that they needed to pick up. And so we was pretty hard on the first, or in the half the year, and asked them if they didn't increase. We explained how the pay plan worked, and if they didn't get to where they needed to be, then they wouldn't get the increase. And after doing it, I think we've had some pretty good luck. Our guys have done pretty well, so.
I think Heidi's the one that said it, there isn't any of us that don't have room for improvement, right?
Yep.
And if you don't have that conversation,
You don't know that you need it.
I mean, not only is the expectation, they don't know the expectations there, and they don't have any expectations of their own to come up to. So I just think that that's, you know, it's a huge deal, and I wish the rest of us were better at it, but. anyway.
Sheriff, having that plan, did that make it a little easier?
Very much so.
Okay, good.
Very much so.
And thank you guys for following the bait plan, that's what's the intent of it and the idea of it, and it's very important that we follow that, so thank you for doing that.
Can I make one comment?
Sure.
Sheriff and I talked, and we decided to move dispatch from corrections over into sheriff. And it was just, it's just become more and more evident to be able to track the dispatch expenses, especially the new equipment, radios and some systems, some satellite systems and stuff. It just made more sense to do it this year. So just so you know, those 5 dispatchers are now not in corrections, they're over in sheriff, and I created a dispatch line that was an unused expense line, and it's now gonna be $270 under the sheriff, and it's gonna have like all the Starlink stuff, all Jack's Peak lease, any of the Tango subscription, the training, all of those things just kind of embodied so that I have a better track of it, because I do have to report the expenses to UCA every single year. I think it's about January, February-ish, and it will make my life a lot easier by doing it that way. So I just wanted to.
It seems like a better fit anyway.
It is. Corrections, dispatch was in corrections, because when we first built back in 97, 98 time, holy cow, I'm old. Think about that. The corrections.
No matter how old you get, I'm so
Geez
old, or
almighty.
knock it off.
That, when we first built that facility, dispatch was back inside of the corrections. And so we moved it out and put corrections under patrols command anyway. So Chief Maycock oversees them. I've overseen them for as long as I was chief. That was a good move. So really, it's not fair to ask with Dale or whoever's the jail commander to keep an eye on that anyway, so that was a good move. And we did discuss it, and I totally agreed with it, because that's where the contact is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that makes sense.
there's a couple things in there we'd asked for, and I think everybody will understand that. One thing we're trying to do is we're doing a Starlink and a Starlink Mini, which is just something we gotta have. We get out in some of these areas, we don't have any cell phone, we run into the radio problems that we run into. If we end up having to have a command center, or if cell services went down like they did not too long ago, we have the ability to still make phone calls.
So do you have to, so how do you pay for that? Is it per phone?
It's per plan. So yeah, you gotta get the Starlink, the tower, and then it's basically, from my knowledge of it, Paul takes care of all this stuff for me. So from my knowledge of it, you have the Starlink, and then you connect to the Starlink, and so it's usage.
Like a Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
a Wi-Fi connection.
Okay.
So how many of those Starlinks?
We're gonna have a permanent put on my building, because we actually did have the 911 system go down recently, and that is huge. Obviously, I can't have that. And so with the infrastructure concerns that there are nowadays and everything, we've got that, we're gonna have one on the building, and then one that will be remote, that we can take with us out into the field.
Okay.
And I think that when you see that Starlink and the CAD, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's pricey, but it's priceless.
Right, say it again?
It's pricey, but it's priceless as well.
We actually just got it on a deal, so I wasn't gonna order it, so he's ordered it with some monies that were in there. He got a deal on the actual physical equipment, and so it's been purchased out of this year's budget, but then upkeep and stuff on it, he's the one that's put that plan together for me.
Okay.
So most of that line item would be the CAD to CAD cost.
Correct.
Starlink is probably very minimal.
Correct.
Is that,
Starlink is great,
I assume that's yearly, right?
Say it again?
Is that yearly? That
Oh,
cost?
yes, yeah. Yeah, there will be a yearly cost other than with the equipment, there'll be a usage and a data usage
We might
cost.
get a monthly.
Service, yeah.
Yeah,
You will for,
I
for
think so,
starting.
yeah, I don't think it's
Just
just
a
an
month.
It's a
annual.
monthly service, but
Yeah.
yes, it'll be ongoing. Task force, and it just kind of going down those line items, looking into 4210. You guys have anything else on dispatch? They gotta have some chairs in there. I mean, obviously, them guys are in chairs all day, every day. And they're heck on chairs. So equipment and just the stuff that they put in there, I've had Paul do all that, the Tango services, that helps with some of my senior staff that gives us access on our telephones so that we can get on the radio and communicate if we need to. Jack's Peak lease.
Now, you were gonna do some, office,
That will be down in.
where is that in corrections?
No,
We're not there
it's
yet.
down in 720, so it's farther down.
Capital outlay and building. So, this year they're trying to spend some funds in there, that we had left over. I just got off the phone with Taylor that UCI was supposed to be getting us a price on some desks, and they have not got those yet. We're anticipating that will come out of this year's budget.
All right, then.
And then next year's, the Kirk-6 bid had come in, and I apologize because I haven't made a final adjustment on that one, because I was waiting for those bids. But with the countertops and the desktops, this is in our main our main foyer, hasn't been changed since the building was built. Been a carpet change, I think, in there, maybe some paint, but the girls have done the ladies have done some estimates on that. Right there, it's showing 10,000, that may be a little bit more. I'm still waiting for some bids to come in. And so.
But you think you've got money for that this year?
We've got some money that we're going to be
Carry over.
spending next year, but then the cabinets, the countertops and everything, we're thinking that might go over that 10 a little bit, so I'm still waiting on a couple other bids for that, and that's on that, what was it, Ginger, 720?
720.
Yeah, so that might go up a little bit.
And then you've just got the 4 vehicles that you're rotating out, right?
4 vehicles I'm rotating out, and then depending on what EBS has for equipment that can be reused, that cost may go down a hair, but not everything's just expensive labor and everything. I'm trying to minimize that cost as much as I can by not doing a whole bunch every year and just doing a third of the fleet.
I think that makes sense, though, the third of the fleet and rotate them out every 3 years.
And then some of ours, like my vehicle, I don't put miles on my vehicle. When I do, they're pretty rough, but in my vehicle,
Freeway chases,
yeah. It's,
wrong way.
we've got a couple of us that are gonna end up probably needing something, a couple of.
We should have
years
brought
next
you
year.
a dozen donuts for today.
Huh?
We should have brought you some donuts for today.
I don't need any
Sugar.
more
And
sugar.
well, just, commend him for his.
I did coffee, yeah.
Oh, wait.
But yeah, vehicles and Rulon, he's been he tries to salvage the stuff that he can, but honestly, when you look at the hourly rates and stuff like that, that's just what the cost is. It is. So, I put in for 4, trying to keep those ones, the mileage is somewhere getting close to, but under 100,000, because that seems to be the best place to trade them at. And the ones that we're getting now, other than if they're a truck, the SUVs are the special service packages, so they're the not as expensive ones. Well, I'm saying that because I'm trying to keep it down. Mine, when I get one next year, I'm gonna be asking for a Hellcat for about 90,000. I'm asking. I don't care whether they approve it, I'm asking. The Durangos are special service packages. We obviously put our command staff in a little better one than that, but that's for the resale value.
Can we talk about the Guardian line item and
Sure.
SWAT and So we kind of made a decision because of the Guardian program, we needed a place to put all of that, you know, the ammo and the training and stuff that goes into the Guardian program. So we decided to join the SWAT patrol and have SWAT in corrections. So now we've moved all the SWAT over into corrections, and with that SWAT line item, we've changed the name of it to the Guardian Training and Supplies. So it looks a little different, but it just made sense. It was starting to get a little muddy with some of the, trying to track how much was.
Hang on just a
You're
second,
talking
Ginger,
the
we got
correction
something
side, yeah.
wrong.
Both, I'm talking both. So 460 is, line item 460 is,
Right, I'm
used to be
looking at it
SWAT,
right now.
it is now,
Training?
it is
So-
now Guardian Training and Supplies.
Oh, Guardian Training Supplies, okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Other than the numbers on that is not correct, Ginger. Because if we took it out of patrol and we took it out of corrections, there was 20 in each one.
Correct, but this, what you're seeing is just the Guardian,
Yes, the Guardian.
and then over in corrections,
That's where we put it, yeah. My
it should
bad.
have 40 in that.
My bad, there it is. Okay, got it.
Does it look okay?
Yep.
Actually, no, it doesn't look okay. 'cause
No, it does not,
yeah.
because we're still
I'll change
flying.
that.
Yeah.
Done.
So if you look on the corrections
should be
line item
40.
610, should
Yeah.
be 40.
Yeah. I got one budget before this one, and so I was doing, you can tell I was doing a little bit of juggling within the couple of budgets, just.
Made it easier
It
for
made it
her and
easier.
easier for me, because I'd tell the guys when they was purchasing something, I'd have to say either take it out of the corrections, which we have to have a team. We've done the joint team, I've explained this before, but there's certain tools that we use for corrections, there's certain tools we use on the outside. The training that they do, the specialized training and the equipment that they've got, we was pulling out of both, and we talked, and Ginger agreed, and I said, let's just put them in one.
Yeah.
And we did that, and then we moved that line item Guardian, because a lot of that Guardian stuff will be reimbursed, because it's training and ammunition that's bought for that program.
So does that come, is that coming from the state, or is it coming through the school district?
School district.
We don't get reimbursed for this part. I think it's just part of our.
The ammo and the training and stuff like that, we do.
Oh.
Yeah, but we just haven't got it yet, correct? We're pulling and
Okay.
trying to get reimbursed for everything we can.
We've invoiced for ammo, but we haven't
Yes.
done the other.
But what I'm saying is the state gonna fund any of it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay,
This
that's
is
what I
an
thought.
unfunded
So-
mandate.
So it's
Yes.
basically, we're taking out this hand, to put in this hand.
Yeah.
So it's coming from the school district.
It w-
It's supposedly.
No.
So, when we get reimbursed, it should come out of the school district, but just put it simply in plain matters, trying to get money from the school district to pay back to us has been challenging.
We're gonna have a conversation about that in a little bit.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
I've asked Keena to talk with superintendent, and the superintendent has been really good with us. I mean, when I talk, but
Right.
she still hasn't seen the checks yet, so.
Can
In the
you bring
mail.
up an invoice before calling?
Mhm.
Let's do that. We'll have to deliver it.
Please do.
He's not coming? He's probably not there. I'll track him down and give it to him.
So we sent an invoice, and I thought it had been paid. I reached out to Ginger, she said it had not been paid. I contacted Skeena, 'cause he was going to a meeting with them. He said that he talked to the superintendent directly, and the superintendent said, send me the invoice again, and I'll make sure we give me the invoice, so we'll get paid. We did that.
Still nothing.
However, we have a good turnout in the Guardian program, and that is a load that has been put on the sheriffs. We didn't ask for it, but it was handed to us, and we're doing the best we can with it. And these small counties, it's a lot, and it's kind of tough to do. The only other option I had would have been come to you guys and ask you for 5 more deputies to get trained and put them in elementary schools. It was mandatory that I had something.
Yep.
And I don't think there's anybody that's gonna argue about school safety. However, is some arguments on how this was pushed to us.
Well, it was there's a saying about throwing a car on a freeway without transmission,
Yep.
and that's kind of the way they were, and no fuel. So,
Yeah, they figured it was just gonna be something that was
I
gonna
know, but
do.
like you said, nobody would vote against it. The counties in UAC, we stood up for it, you know, but it kind of made us look like asses, but.
Well, the problem is we're willing to do whatever we can, and we've had really good turnout and response, like when we've had a couple of emergencies in the schools, and luckily we're small enough, we've been able to get people that are really quick, but I mean, there's a saying, when you need a cop, they're up right now, they're always 2 minutes, 5 minutes away, or whatever. We have a pretty good response time, but if you got somebody in the schools that can deal with the problem, depending on what that problem is, it's a great thing. But we've already had problems with it. We've already had a couple things happen that weren't so great, and it's a learning curve, and we'll get through it. But again, it's something that I have to do, and so I need your support in doing it.
You got ours.
Victims advocate, that thing is just, I don't know where, I'm just kind of bouncing on the other animal control.
Animal control, I mean, are you on corrections?
There's not much. Liddell has his lined out good. Have you guys had an opportunity to read it and go through it? Them guys are on vacation. They went over it with me. I don't say there's some increases in like inmate clothing, the increases in wages as part of the pay plan. Yeah, there's two, just in the corrections thing, it is what it is. I'll just say it like that. We have to keep upkeep on the building. We need to keep staff there. I'll just throw this out too, as far as wages goes, you're gonna see a mass exodus of senior guys in the next year or two. I've already got 2 senior guys at the first of the year are gonna be gone. So the raises that you're seeing, some of them employees are gonna be leaving, and so they're the higher end paid employees. And
But
so.
you've got some guys in post.
I've got guys in post, but what I'm saying is when they come out, they're gonna be making low-end spectrum type money.
Right.
These guys that are leaving me are the high-end spectrum,
Right.
so the wages, it's, the total of the wages is gonna go down. And I'm just praying that I can get them replaced, because the state keeps hiring everybody away from us.
In corrections on the professional services, the therapist part,
Yep.
that's the new
That's
program.
the new
that we have.
program.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to bring that up, that wasn't just an increase.
No, that's a,
Program.
the programming increases for the new, sex offender programming that we're doing, and it's people in the program. We've got people in the pre-programming. We've got the therapists trained and training. It's keeping our numbers up, and it's just gonna be better for us. We went from having 165 programming inmates to we're gonna be probably up closer to 185, 190. And with that, it's keeping our beds full. So, I mean, we're staying in the state inmate range, anywhere between the 350 to 365-ish, back and forth in that area. A lot of those are program inmates. So we're doing really good on our inmate numbers right now.
Okay.
I know that stability is what keeps the bills paid.
Yeah, and it's doing great. We've got a lot of great staff. We had a lot of young staff out there that's doing good, and I'm just saying, we're getting to the time when there's gonna be a lot of guys that are leaving, but we do have some good dudes coming up, and so I don't wanna make it sound like it's a doomsday, but it's sketchy. It is really scary, because we get a lot of guys leaving them, and if we don't get a lot of good applicants coming back, and we don't keep that place full of good staff.
Well, this has always been the issue.
Always.
Like,
100%.
you know.
And until you guys can figure out how to go to the state and tell the state, quit giving your employees $10 an hour increases and stuff like that, and maybe kick some back to the counties for doing our jobs, there's no way we can do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate what you do. I know this isn't easy, but.
You know, you guys have been great to work with. My medical department's doing good. I'm good with those guys. Looking at animal control, trash removal was a new thing. James, they talked with you a little bit about that, didn't they? Okay. So, just the increase there, I think is literally just, I'm not gonna ask for anything in animal control that's not necessary, so. If you see anything in there that's a concern, holler at.
They didn't have, garbage removal. They basically just took the garbage and they would put it over in the dumpsters of corrections, and there's a need.
There is definitely a need.
So that's why it's a little bit more than what it was, because we're kind of fixing a problem.
Less than $1,000, right?
$1,000 is nothing.
No,
No.
but they're also, yeah, can I talk about this? They're also ordering a fridge and a washer and dryer because they did not have facilities for bedding and things like that. And they didn't have a little fridge or anything to put the,
So you got Jen over in there
that,
now.
Yeah,
supplies. I'm trying to think what.
the stuff that you need to use at animal shelters.
Yeah, but that's supplies.
Let's put it nicely.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Quickly.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I would say Cooper's.
we've got, you know, I'm using the inmate crew, but, I know that Tyler's been using them for some maintenance. I've got my guy that runs the inmate crew, he's up in the academy right now. There's been some issues with the inmate crew over the year, I'll try to use them as much as we can and make them available when we can. However, that does cause me some problems inside the facility, and so, how much are they going to be used, I'm not sure. I'll have to make a decision on that, but they've been helping us with the animal control.
Well, we appreciate
The animal
any
show.
and every bit of
I know.
ounce of help that
And
we get out of them,
as long as we don't make it
a regular.
a rate, they know exactly when they're going and where they're
Yeah,
going to
we
be.
random.
If we can kind of throw a hiccup in that, then it might help me with some of the issues of things that come back in, but
Right.
we try to mitigate it the best we can. We got an issue with animal control?
Nope.
No, looks good. You got Jen over there now.
Yeah, and she was gonna leave us, and that was one way we was able to keep her, and that helps us out because she's also gonna keep her certification. And
Okay.
so, it was like Clint, except for we had to make some, we had to agree on some terms with her that we'd try to use her less than we use Clint for like the patrol stuff, because we use Clint a lot.
Yeah.
And she's agreed to it, so, yeah, she'll do us a great job.
Good deal.
Emergency management, Les, is there anything in there that jumps out?
No, it looks good for right now, yes. We made a few little cuts to help out, so.
Just so you know, Global Phone, we're gonna keep the sat phones for 1 year, just to see how this thing goes with Starlink. We do have sat phones, and there may be that might be something that's necessary. We're just gonna test it for a year, and then, I mean, obviously, that's not a huge cost anyway, but I just seen it, so I thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah, and
And that would be nice
Hamilton,
if we could get rid of that, those sat phones anyway.
yeah, Hamilton Communications gone away because that's now shifted to where UCA, we piggy on that, Frisco Peak. So now the only one that uses that Hamilton contract is the road department. And we're working towards
Is that the one on Judge Peak or Frisco?
Frisco.
Frisco?
Mhm.
I do need to go back to corrections for one thing, and I am sorry, but I'm a little bit ill-prepared for this part of it. I know that with some FCC regulations, the phone, the monies that come in from the phone and stuff like that, we're gonna see some serious decreases. I don't know what the totals are right now, from, Secure, I went away from Securus.
Are you talking like the,
Vince, the inmate phone per minute, and then we work with, oh my good lord, Vince. The heck is it? I'm thinking, or it's not Securus, it's not UCI. I'm literally losing it. All our phone services and our inmate tablets and stuff like that. There's been a great big push over the years that they can charge the inmates X amount of money for phone calls and stuff like that. The FCC's come in, and they're taking the ability for us to charge, they're dropping it down to like a couple of cents a minute. I mean, it's significantly a drop, but it's not gonna cost Beaver County a lot, but it's gonna cost me some benefits with the company, so I was hoping Liddell and those guys were gonna be here for. I'll keep you up to date on that.
That probably wouldn't,
It's gonna be in the revenue side, it's not gonna be an expense coming out, because it's something that the trust account basically.
Right, it's the inmate monies.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be under his budget, it's gonna be, what he's saying is the revenue that we usually receive from the trust is gonna be a little bit less.
Yep.
yeah.
I think everything else looks good in there.
Your victims advocate, good on them. That was on the last page of our.
There is one change on theirs. They would pay for, we would pay for a victim tracking program. The state has now picked that up. So that was removed. It's not.
Yeah, you've got a zero now.
Yeah, we have it in there. We paid like every other year. Now the state's picking that up, and so that's not one we have to worry about.
Ginger, which one is that one that was the state, the grant part of it? How much of that?
Oh, that's the mental health one, and it's under yours, under 310.
No, sorry, the one that victims advocates had, that we was trying to remove. They're for what? Because Shannon had to put in for that grant
That's
every
put in
year.
for grant every year, yeah.
And it was like a 3-year grant. The state's basically trying to wean us off of it.
Yeah, we only get $25,000 from that.
And that's, we're pushing that away, they're not gonna get that 25,000
Yeah.
eventually, so what I've done is I'm like, and I heard Vaughn say earlier, get the 10,000, I would agree that we try to get what we can, but we also need to understand that all that stuff on them grants is going away, and they're starting to try to wean us off them, so we need to be self-sufficient on that stuff, so if that's accounted for in there, which it don't look like it.
No,
I told
I mean,
Shannon not to put anything in.
That would be revenue.
It'd be on the revenue side, and it just,
That's been a great, Victims Advocate's been a great resource for us too, they've done a great job, helped a bunch.
Oh, 100%. I know when they come and do their reports, it breaks your heart that you need to be doing it, but thank goodness we got them.
I sit on the board with, victims' rights, and, yeah, it's a terrible thing, but it's good to have these guys to have access. The only thing that we have had, and I know you guys were trying to find us a place to put victims if we needed them, and we're still in that mode of, I don't know what we've decided or what. So the only thing I would make sure that we need is to have some finances in there so that we can help keep putting victims up, rather it be motel rooms or even out-of-county motel rooms if we need to for a minute, until we figure out if we're gonna be able to do something with that
Isn't there
other
already a
location.
fund, isn't there already?
There is,
funding in it?
and I just wanna make sure that we keep that up,
Okay.
knowing that we have not solidified a place yet.
With the screen 330.
Mhm.
I don't.
On
I
the
still
victim
think
expenses.
correct.
I still think we keep following through with what we've been planning.
Trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a great idea if we can make it happen.
Okay,
We're still working on it.
Okay.
well, I think windows are gonna be a problem too. We need to talk to Kyle about that.
Yeah, that was one issue in the fire suppression.
Okay.
I think we can make it happen. We just have to find the right people to help us.
Yep.
Looks good.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
good.
we're still
Great work.
operating. Well, it's got some good people.
Yes.
I'm losing one to the city. One of my secretaries just notified me that she's gotten a job going to Beaver City.
Oh, good luck with that, she'll be coming back.
If you think it could be serious, ask me to call emergency services.
Please do, don't call. Good thing I know the dispatch. No, don't call dispatch, we're good. Anyway, yeah.
That's weird.
See, guys, that's like a
Your
friendly
phone is
or whatever.
paying
It's
attention.
telling you guys,
Tracking
hey.
you.
Anyway, that's it, I'm good. You guys got any questions for me, concerns?
No, I think you're good to go, thank you.
Thank you.
Heidi, for working.
Tell everybody thank you, your staff, everybody,
Ginger.
appreciate it.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
for helping us with the increases, that'll help us keep some guys around for a minute, I appreciate it.
See you,
Thanks,
Les.
Sharon. See you, Les.
I'm staying for now.
Oh,
Good to see you.
yes, you probably are.
Are you gonna stay for COG or come back,
Sorry?
are you gonna stay for COG?
I'll stay for whatever you want me to do.
Take one of these chairs with you.
If you guys put some softer benches in.
Take one of these chairs with you.
I'll be all right. Looks like a wine a lot.
All right, come on up, you two.
First, sorry we were late, if you bumped you guys ahead of us. It was not our fault. It really wasn't.
That's what I say too.
Thank you.
It was an accident in an intersection and everybody had to take the, shoulder and take back roads and.
Well, at least you weren't in the accident.
No.
Glad you're here safe and sound.
Thank you. So, I'm Christopher Batiste, I am the Marketing and Communications Specialist at Utah Forge.
And I'm Bishop Governor, and I'm the outreach coordinator at Utah Forge.
And as we know, all roads lead to Beaver, and the sheriff's cousin lives across the street from Salt Lake. So, Dr. Moore sent his greetings. He had a conflict that he was unable to reschedule, so he hit the B team.
You know, let's see if we can get the position. But no, wait,
Go back to where you were. Now click display settings. Swallow.
There we go. Great. Actually, next slide, please. So, you know we're all going to be doing a circulation test right now, right?
Yes,
Not so much.
next January.
Next January, so it should be done in January, fingers crossed, and should go, actually probably 4 months, but maybe extended a little bit longer, no pun intended. We're in the planning stages right now, all the plan is being written, and, you know, there's 7,000 million different layers of approval process to go through when you're dealing with the federal government. So currently on site, we have 4 big pumps, and we're waiting for surface pipes and a cooling tower to show up. And the plan is to start the build out and all that in mid-November. And as a reminder, all the water we will be using will be non-potable, so nobody can be drinking that. And basically what will happen is the water will come from our ponds there, be injected into Mother Earth, warmed up, brought back up through the cooling tower and sent back all over campus pipes. So. And then in summer 2026, we will be drilling a third deep as well. Does anyone have any questions about the site operations?
On the circulation test, is part of that to test how long it takes that water to circulate?
So the big, yes, sort of, but the big questions that no one has the answer to right now is how much of that water will continue to come back up over a longer period of time? What will those temperatures remain at? How much heat loss will we have, if any? So.
Okay.
And how much heat we can actually sweep from that.
Yeah.
Just because the temperature in the well reaches for 60 doesn't mean the water will be coming up at that temperature, so. Especially overextended circulation, right? You'll be cooling the rock that comes in contact with the water. So now the heat will be accessible farther away from the fracture, right? Because
We've
the
had
immediate.
short circulation tests, but not a long
A
term.
30-day was the longest.
Okay.
About 30 days, yeah. So this is, all eyes are on this test for the entire industry. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be successful, as we have been thus far.
Don't mess it up.
Don't, yes, sir.
How do things go with 30-day circulation?
The 30-day circulation went well. We had about 90% of the water come out at, gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head the temperature, but it like over what you need to generate electricity.
Did I just hear you say 90%?
About 90%.
Recaptured 90% of
Yep.
the water you took out?
Yeah.
That really surprises.
Well, that's what makes it commercially viable. So that's what we're hoping for.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, fingers crossed it will go well.
And I guess I'm a glass half empty guy because I heard 10% loss.
You want one, huh?
So there are different kinds of losses. Either you lost it because of evaporation, because you're
Evaporation,
separating the steam, right? So if we were to capture that steam, technically we would still contain that water.
or some of it is still trapped in the reservoir that we haven't extracted.
And that's what the tower will capture the steam?
Cool it out.
If we put a power plant, or at least some sort of generator, then we'll be capturing this.
Then you can capture it.
Yeah, we'll actually turn the turbine, and there's been talks about that. It's out of our scope right now, so again, there are discussions for longer term, see, can we actually put something that will generate electricity? Again, dealing with multiple steps of approvals and changing scope of work and everything.
But that's an important step, is to try to capture that steam and make sure what recovery there is from the steam.
Correct, except that's not in the project scope.
Right.
So it was never, even thought of.
Okay.
So, this is why we have neighbors that will do that. So they can capture all of it.
That's why you have neighbors or residents that are like, oh yeah, that's something we should have thought about, so we should plan on that in the future. I do, during your conversation though, before your presentation this last year, I did hear some of the verbal people saying, ooh, I like that, it's 90% retention instead of 10% loss. So it's all in the messaging.
Yeah, I was going to say anything about that messaging, but it was widely received as great news.
Oh, yeah.
When it happened.
Yeah,
So,
huge.
You know, Albert Donnie.
He's a doomer.
Any other questions about the operations? Can we have the next slide, please? All right, so outreach activities, we had such a great time at the fair, as we do every year. We had over 500 people, attracted people, and we had over 500 people stop by the booth, which was great. We've actually launched a poster contest. We do the poster contest at the schools, and we're launching it statewide this year, which is a little crazy for us. But Beavers, we're still going to move to Beaver, specifically just the sixth graders now. Couple reasons. One, we want the sixth graders across the state and not fifth and sixth graders because that's just too many kids. However, we also learned that the sixth graders go to their fifth grade, so they know what's happening already. So it's not like that fun for them anymore. But the kids from Beaver County are automatically going to move into the state with other schools have to say yes, we'd like to participate. So. And we are also launching a science teacher lesson plan contest statewide, and we're encouraging all the teachers who are from 6th to 12th grades to enter into that. And they win 500 smackaroos to build something, not just to, go for coffee and spend a weekend someplace.
Or school supplies.
Something educational.
Yeah. Any questions about outreach?
Oh, that's great.
Who got to wear the costume?
Huh?
Who got to wear the costume?
Well, it wasn't the two of us. That's what we have an intern.
Well, we now have an intern.
But I want to say, before I get before we get accused of any sort of intern abuse, the first words out of Jeremy's mouth were, get a picture so I can send it to my girlfriend. So, there we go. He's an awesome young man studying communications political science and is sharper than any tack. So he actually enjoyed it very, very much.
Yeah, that was great. We appreciate your support in the fair.
Oh, yeah, and we actually.
You were one of the sponsors, that's why your name is on the big screen?
We were not a sponsor,
Oh.
we advertised.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Because we can't sponsor.
Oh, so you can advertise. Okay.
So we advertise.
Okay, well, thanks for advertising.
Thank you for having us as an advertiser.
Follow the messaging once again.
Right.
Yes, all in the messaging, exactly. Any other questions?
Well, I think you did,
Thank
that's
you.
great. Yeah, good luck on your.
Thanks, and as soon as we get things moving, we'll have everybody come out.
What's the videos?
Oh, yeah, so Clean Air Task Force did 2 videos, one about geothermal energy in general here in the county, and the second one about outreach. And the mayor and I and the commissioner were in those. So,
Really?
Yes, and I will, did they send them to you?
Yes, they did yesterday.
I think you should share them with your colleagues.
I think you should too.
I should have brought them.
I don't know about that.
I had wished that
We're not
they,
movie stars, are we, man?
Yeah.
The
I
mayor,
do.
Really
you
good.
both did really awesome. I wish they had told me, move your legs in closer, you don't need them to command spread while you're getting your. And my God, does the Greek guy talk with his hands.
So tie him to the chair next
Yeah.
time. You tied him up, you couldn't speak.
I could not, so on that note,
That was
thank you all. I hope you guys have a great time off. If you're going hunting, good luck.
That was a big one.
When we first moved to California to go to graduate school, I told people, oh yeah, you used to get 2 days off to go deer hunting. They were aghast. Anyway,
Stay holiday here.
Happy
Holiday, take care, see you next year.
All right, thank you guys.
See you next year,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, happy holidays if we don't see you till next year.
Yeah, long holidays.
So funny. I'm not kidding you, it's so funny. Went into the little grocery store in Myersville, and they have Christmas wrapping paper and ribbon out. I'm like, what the heck? And I turned on the TV, and they got Christmas stuff, and I went to water my plants. My Christmas cactus is blooming. What is this? It's like this conspiracy.
All
It's not even Halloween.
Next week, all right. Ginger, anything else from you?
No, here's your.
Oh, yes, thank you. Counselor, anything from you?
No, although I want to chat with Commissioner Yardley after the meeting for just 20 seconds.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry for whatever I've done.
Make sure it's the stern
The
chatting,
sheriff's
will you?
here, he's got handcuffs.
Commissioner Pierce, anything else?
No, I'm good.
Commissioner Yardley?
No.
Track Collins? All right, meeting's adjourned, thank you.
Thank you.